Hello everyone, I'm Austin. I'm doing the coding for the project Drop in Capstone. Basically, the progress I've made since last semester and what we've been doing in our group here has been thinking about what we're going to do, what we're adding, and I've started developing controller integration into our game as well as cleaning up the old code that we had from last semester because there was a lot of debugging that I had to do in there and a lot of messing around there that I needed to clean up. But basically for the controller integration, I've added in more inputs for the um, user to use, and we're using an Xbox 360 controller for the user. So I've added in inputs for a controller for the Xbox 360, which are all these ones here. I've tested it on my Mac. The thing that kind of sucks with Unity and controller integration, especially with the Xbox 360, is that the buttons are mapped differently for Windows and for Mac. So if I'm going to be working on my Windows, I'm going to have to like in order to test the 360 controller, I'd have to have different button inputs or change out these numbers right here for the joystick buttons. But other than that, we've been thinking of ideas for the tutorial level. Victoria and I have been working on what we want the player to do. I'm going to be roughing that out. But for the general idea of what the game is, in case you don't know, we have our WordPress up. I'm going to link the page where we have all of our information into the CritViz post as well. But to get an idea of some of the code I've been working on, I guess, I've been separating out the player code. This may seem uh, entirely foreign to people who don't know code, but um, I have two different inputs that we have the player turn on and off if they want to play with a controller or with a keyboard, because the two controller inputs and keyboard inputs would contest with one another and not work properly. But basically, the progress I've made have been cleaning up the code and working into the controller into our game. And that's it. You should read up on what we've had for our game before, get familiar with it as we're going to be posting on our blog. So, thank you for listening.